Welcome to Mario Kart Tournament 7. This time we have Reece, who is a top player, and he will be featured in the top right corner. As you can see, I'm using Daisy, and with the name Player, I'm just trying to divert the attention from myself, as I had a feeling people will all attack me, knowing that I have been undefeated in Mario Kart Tournament so far. So Reece kind of fell off, and I managed to maintain my first position. Got a blocker. He fired his red shell, but I had a blocker, so I was completely unscathed. Only got a coin, but doesn't look like he's got any red shells, so I was fine. Getting the double items. Got a horn, which is great for the person in first place. And it's funny because the top two people both have a horn. And yeah, there's not much to report so far. Blue shell is incoming, I would be safe, and because I have a horn. But looks like Reece took it out for me, and at this point my horn got stolen, and I only had a coin again. For some reason he didn't know I only had a coin, so he didn't attack, which is good for me. Again, I got double items here. Still maintaining my first place, and got another horn. And yeah, no attack from Reece. And yeah, I guess my strategy worked. I guess he didn't know Player was me, so he held his fire, and it wasn't a difficult win for me. I was a bit surprised that Adam finished second to last, and it's good for me as the memories of almost losing to him last tournament was still fresh. And yeah, I realized this tournament probably my main rival is Reece. I need to keep a close eye on him, but got way too close to him this time. 1-0 to him in terms of attacks. I'm still holding a coin. Probably didn't need to, because I'm pretty much in the middle of the pack. Managed to get double items. I think I have 4 mushrooms, so I knew I could get to the front now with the off-road, but I kinda messed up the turn. Still in top position. Just finishing the first lap in first place. You probably noticed by now I changed my character back to Yoshi because I forgot to change my avatar in the game, and I was wearing a crown after the first race, and everyone knew I've renamed myself, so I might as well change back to my lovely Yoshi. So I am leading a fair bit right now, hoping there won't be any blue shells. Not a huge fan of holding a bomb in first place, because it's very difficult to block red shells, especially when you are doing a drift. So I've had a pretty good race so far, and as I speak I hit a wall, so not very good at all. So I actually have a big lead by now, unless there's a blue shell or triple red shells. My first place is pretty much guaranteed. Looks like nothing is gonna come my way, and I finished the second race pretty comfortably. But Reece is not lying down either, he finished second. dragging my banana to make sure no one can attack me. And Reece took out Adam with his red shell, and I kind of benefited from that. Making sure I get a first stage boost. Blue sparks, purple sparks. I didn't do my lines too well here. I guess I was I'm actually looking back quite a lot to see where people are. Glad to see Reece quite far back of the pack. But Nimesh is no bad player either, and I will need to keep a close eye on him as well. And now Reece is still towards the back of the pack. Very bad race for him, and good race for me. I'm lucky to be unscathed, and looks like I'll finish in first place without much trouble. Kind of unfortunate for Reece as he takes 6th. So right now I'm in a commanding lead with 11-point margin between myself and Reece, but I still know that Reece is a big threat to me, and Adam as well. So I had to keep an eye on 2 people, and Adam got a early lead. I managed to miss that item box, unfortunately. I'm glad that someone activated the Master Sword, and I will gladly take that shortcut. And again, Reece attacked me with his green shells, and I dropped to 10th place or 9th place. Luckily I have 4 mushrooms, so definitely going to plow through the grass and get to the front. I was glad that the blue shell was coming and took out Adam. Again, I got a mushroom, so obviously I will use that to my advantage and take that shortcut. Managed to overtake Adam and got closer to Reece. And Adam decided to target me with his red shell, and Reece managed to hit Adam with his banana. So it's still a pretty even race. At this point, it's very obvious that this would be a 3-horse race. The top 3 are really close. I got lucky again with mushrooms and saving it for the epic shortcut again. And I had a horn as a second item, so yeah, I wasn't worried. I don't really know what Reece had, but I knew I probably would be safe with 2 mushrooms. And yeah, he tried to attack me, but I had a horn anyway. So I'm usually doing quite well in Mario Circuit, so I was pretty confident, but only had a coin. I'm surprised he didn't attack me straight away, but I had a feeling he would attack me right after the item box. So as soon as I hit the item box, I hit the bricks and I baited his red shell, which is great. He managed to overtake me, but I avoided his red shell, which was his main thing. I did a better turn than Reece and managed to overtake him and got a bomb on me, so I was paying attention to his racing lines, hoping I would be able to drop it. I noticed he liked to hug the right edge, so I moved right and dropped it. But looks like someone did me a favor anyway. Could have saved it. But so I'm pulling a bit away from the pack now. Not the best race for Reece so far. He's in the middle of the pack. At this point, Adam is threatening to overtake me. But looks like he got hit from behind. And my lead is gaining again. Probably a bit lucky to be unscathed for the entire race. Probably 5 or 6 seconds ahead of second place right now. Feeling really good. Blocked that red shell. Just keep doing my part, keep racing. Try not to make mistakes. Doing my turns properly. Getting my first stage boost. Completely done my part. Unfortunately got lightning, then a blue shell was coming. I have nothing to defend myself. And yep, it got hit. And looks like the person in second place is coming close to me. I got hit again with a red shell and a third one. Really unfortunate because there's no way I could have defended myself there, and I managed to finish third. Two good turns means I am in first place, and that also means I get a coin. I had my eyes on the double item, but unfortunately Reece boosted into them, so I have nothing for the entire lap, which is not too good, and got lucky and avoided that banana there. Again, it's a 3-horse race. Myself, Nimesh, and Reece. Again, aiming for that double item, but missed again. Nimesh threw a nice bomb, and I thought he may have no item and fired my red shell, but in retrospect I should have waited to see what he has. And I was a bit overzealous there. Probably should have kept my defense, especially when Nimesh is in the main rifle, and I kind of wasted my red shell again. Blue shell is incoming. I was hoping I would be able to cross the middle line over to get that double item, but no cigar. Only had a piranha plant, but didn't manage to hit anyone. Had to settle for third again while avoiding that banana from Adam. So I usually don't do too well on this course, and yeah, mainly because there's no shortcuts here, and the turns are usually pretty wide, so most people don't have trouble taking them. And yeah, I got hit 10, I dropped to 10th, and not a good start for me. Never worried too much. I even slowed down to make sure I get double items and ended up in 11th place. Yeah, not a good sight because, as you can see, Reece is happily leading in first place. Have to weasel my way back to the front, but kind of boosted after hitting a wall, so went straight through. I paused the video there because every time someone pauses off, the two videos will get desynced. It's just how the demos work, don't worry about that. So I'm still in last place, and being in last means you get good items. Overtook a few people, narrowly avoided that green shell, not too bad. Suddenly I'm in 4th right now. Was going to save that red shell for later, but then I didn't want to waste an item, so I wanted to get rid of it before getting the double items. And that turned out to be a good decision, and I got another bullet bill, which means I avoided a shock, a lightning. With a lot of luck, I'm actually back in 3rd place, behind Reece and Nimesh. Making sure I get that little jump there. So, making sure I get double items for attack, a mushroom and 3 shells. I was getting ready to line up my shells, but nope. A well-placed bomb by Reece took out Nimesh and myself. And Adam even had a horn, and I fell again a 3rd time in one race. And this is pretty much over. I got a blue shell, but people were too far ahead and didn't really affect anyone. Everyone's crossed the line. I had to settle for 4th. Super Bell is also one of my weaker tracks. I usually don't do too well when I play online, but we'll see what happens. Wanted to save that mushroom for a little bit, see what happens. Got hit and decided to reply by using that mushroom I saved. Got a red shell, and I was hoping I could attack Reece, despite knowing he probably had a blocker, but it's worth a try anyway. And I was relieved to see a blue shell coming, and I decided to discard my banana and hit him once again with that red shell. Gotta slow down your rifle at all costs. Now I am in 1st, but Adrian's red shell took me out, but I'm still in 2nd. And Reece caught up to me with some mushrooms. So Adam's in front of me with red shell, and again is the top 3 fighting for 1st place. I knew I had to save my red shell specifically for Reece, and I knew he was right in front of me, so I fired and took him out. And unfortunately I didn't manage to overtake. And luckily Adam decided to attack Reece, and we both overtake him happily. He's backspammed his fireballs and red shell. And I knew at this point there's no item, so it's 100% hit, so I decided to attack him. And now I'm in safely in 1st place. But Reece is right after me, and anything can happen at this point. I was predicting Reece to go right and drop the banana. Unfortunately, he's got a well-placed bomb, and I missed my horn. And I have nothing, and his shell kinda accidentally hit me. And again, a bad race for me. And I guess you can say at this point my cage is rattled, and Reece is overtaking me by a point. And I needed a result here on Cheese Land, and started horribly, missing that boost, and yep, in last place again. Not sure why I'm still holding the coin, there's no need for that. I saw that Reece had a banana, I didn't want to run into it, so I decided to boost out of the way and hit a wall, but I'm still ahead of him, so it's not too bad so far, could be worse. Behind Adam right now. I knew he was gonna go for the 2 items, so I went for a single one, but messed up the boost and another one. So yeah, I think the nerves are getting to me at this point. After being 13 points ahead, and now I'm 1 point behind, so 14 point swing from the very beginning. For some reason I decided to be really aggressive and take out Adam's defense. Yeah, probably not a very good idea, because Adam's not really my main rifle. I think I could have just stayed put behind him. But Reece isn't doing so well so far, which kind of benefited me. And I managed to overtake Adam. When people are too far apart, that means you're more likely to see a blue shell. However, there's nothing I can do about that, so I just needed to keep my head down and keep going. I was contemplating when to use that mushroom, but I was forced to gain a bit of speed anyway. Final 3 turns in the race. I kind of forgot the chain chomp doesn't move around, but Adam hit my banana, so I'm still ahead, but the blue shell hit me and Adam at the same time. Unfortunately, his card has higher speed and acceleration, so there's not much I can do now apart from finishing second. I've never been a huge fan of Bowser's Castle because it's so ugly, and yeah, it's just not a fun track to race in, but I guess everyone had the same feelings, so yeah, it's not too bad. I'm currently in close second behind Nimesh. Adam decided to red shell me, but at the same time fall off the track himself. So automatically I'm second behind Nimesh. Got a rush shell, but decided to save it because Nimesh isn't my main rifle this time, and Reece is right behind me, so I needed to keep my defense. I was a bit worried that Soha will take out my red shell in a turn, and exactly what it did. Not a good situation to be in. But I still had a green shell on me. And looks like Reece made another mistake. And I'm inching towards Nimesh. Nimesh made a mistake and hit that boulder, so I overtake him with a third stage boost. But I didn't want to waste my green shell on him, so I kept my cool, avoided his banana. Wanted to change my mind, but couldn't anyway. Looks like Reece isn't too familiar with this course, which is good for me. But Nimesh, who is familiar with this course, is catching up with us. I still have the lead, but I need to be very careful making the final turn. I went a little bit too wide there and hit the boulder. Nimesh mushroomed through the off-road, but I have a red shell on me. So luckily I beat him by a tiny bit. So Reece finished 4th, which means we are now 7 points ahead with 2 races left. Unfortunately, we get Super Bell again. Let's see how we do. I'm actually in first. Decided to avoid that double item because I didn't want to hit the train, but that could be costly as Adam hit me with red shell. I had no defense on me. Reece is also close behind. This tournament is going to the wire. At this point my finger was actually really tense and I dropped the banana accidentally. I knew Reece is gonna fire his green shells, and I very carefully avoided them one by one, and to my relief a blue shell came and I could overtake Adam safely. I wasn't too comfortable with a mushroom in first place, so I decided to get rid of it and take the double item boxes. And it's great because Reece fell off and I blocked a red shell. It's looking pretty good for me. But did I say my finger was tense? It still was. I dropped that banana accidentally again. And it actually helped Reece because it hit someone in front of him. Not good when you're helping your rifle. Got a bomb, and yeah, that red shell just came without much notice. I couldn't react to it, and lightning and blue shell at the same time, and everyone just overtook me, including Reece. I wasn't sure if I should waste the horn on Adam because he's not my main rifle, but when I eventually decided to use it, he's out of range and I wasted it. And decided to fire my red shell anyway, and some idiot placed a banana right behind that ramp, and yeah, I had no items and nothing can help me. And we have now confirmed that Super Bell is a horrible track for me. I got 4th and 5th in the 2 races. And that means I'm only 1 point ahead with 1 race left to go. It's do or die for both of us. In order to win the trophy, we must finish ahead of the other person. Definitely really stressful situation. And I'm starting in 5th, so I need to make sure I get the better boost and completely missed it. And that means to win the tournament I need to overtake 10 people and finish in 1st. Which means it's almost impossible now, but I did get a slipstream and a mushroom and then triple mushrooms. A little bit fortunate there, and I was quite glad because after boosting twice I'm already in 2nd, and I was planning to use 2 mushrooms in the shortcut, and I was glad to see myself back in 1st place before the end of the 1st lap, and it's really great. And yeah, I have a blocker as well, and let's see what happens. Just need to hope that there's no blue shell, and yeah. Reece dropped his banana and got a mushroom, but he used it too early. He should have saved it for the shortcut, I think. Dropped the banana to make sure it's difficult for him to get the double item. I was trying to perform a blue shell dodge by hitting the snowman, but I didn't realize that it doesn't make you spin. Reece is now firmly in 1st place with 1 hand on the trophy and a red shell as blocker. Pretty desperate situation for me. At this point I have nothing to lose. This is the final lap. I decided to drop that banana, going full offense mode, but lightning hit us. I still managed to get a red shell. He has no items. Yes, we can overtake. Nope, the remnants of a red shell in front of my eyes. When the lightning happened, he dropped his red shell right in the middle of the road. That's where red shells travel, and cancelled on my red shell. But this ain't over yet. Final item boxes. I get a red shell, but nope. 2nd item is a horn, so looks like he's able to cancel that out and finish safely. Congratulations to Reece, who beat me by a single point after making a huge comeback from 13 points behind, so well played to him. And finally, thank you for watching.